Hi guys!
Hey!
Today we are answering one of the most frequently asked questions on our website and our blog as well. What's the stuff that Vid carries in his camera bag? And today we have all the essentials laid out in front of us and we'll just talk you through them from the perspective of a photographer and a layman. So you get both perspectives and that way you know what is useful for you and what isn't. Let's start!
So the first question that we always get is, what camera did you use to take that beautiful photo? Now before I answer that, very quickly I'm going to say it's much more than the camera or the lenses. It's about your interest in photography, your composition, your eye for detail, the time you take the photograph, and the list goes on. But to answer that question, I have a Nikon D610. It's a semi-professional full-frame DSLR which was released 4 years ago. That's when I bought it. So I'm really happy with it. Most of my photos are taken with that. Are there any cons? It can be a little heavy if you're using it with a heavy lens, which I'll talk about later. Other than that, it's really been fine for my needs and I've really enjoyed using it.
Having said that, we are thinking of upgrading because it's been a while.
I'll probably switch to a mirrorless now because it's easier to carry, it's lighter, and yeah.
Get a Christmas gift!
Santa! So this camera has 2 SD card slots and that's very handy. What I use is a Sandisk card. I've been using them for like 8 years now.
Yeah, even more than that.
And it's funny, they started with 1 GB. I think the first one I had was actually 500 MB. But the one that I have now is 128 GB, and I think they have released a 256 GB as well. The thing is super fast. So for my night photography, the time-lapse videos and night photography shots, it's really quick to the camera downloads it to the SD card. So really good. And next is my set of lenses. Now lenses I would say are more important than the camera. I have 4 of them.
I have strong opinions about each of them. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. So the first and the lightest one that I have is actually the 50mm f1.8. It's fixed. There's no zoom. It's a portrait lens, but beautiful lens. The first lens that someone should get is actually that one, I would say, and that's the one that we are recording the video with. So
the verdict for that is, I love it.
Because it's light, and whenever she has to take a photo, he's like, oh yes, I love that lens.
Yes.
But honestly, the one that I use the most is this one. It's a beast. Okay, Savi, weightlifting.
It's very heavy. It's like a mini workout.
So that with the camera makes the setup really heavy, and that's what I was talking about. But it's a Tamron 2470 f2.8. Honestly, this stays on my camera for 80% of the shots. It's good.
Yeah, that's true.
It's good for wide-angle shots. It's good for portraits. It's good for street photography, landscapes. Most of our photos are taken with this one. Great quality. The other one that I have is another beast. It's 28 to 300. It's a Nikon lens, and that's usually used for wildlife or far away shots of a ship sailing into sunset or something like that. I don't use it that often, maybe like 10% of the time. So that's one. It's not the best lens. The quality is okay. On the extreme ends, it's not very sharp.
I haven't seen you use that.
Yeah, for the longest time. Yeah. But it's always in my bag because you never know when you might need it.
Yeah.
The 4th lens is actually one that I quite enjoy, especially for the night shots that you see on our page. They are taken usually with this one. It's 18 to 35 f3.5, so it's not the fastest lens, but it's good for capturing those wide angle shots. The next thing is a hard disk, and I have I think 4 of them because once one of my hard disks was stolen and it had
from a gym locker.
From a gym locker. Lesson learned.
Yeah.
But we've been using the ones that connect with the USB for the longest time. We usually use Western Digital. But recently I've laid my hands on the My Passport Wireless Pro. So you see, it's a wireless hard disk, and if your camera supports wireless functionality, you can straight away back up your photos from the camera to the hard disk. One feature that works really well for photographers is that it has an SD card reader slot. So if you're out in the field taking photos and you want to back them up, take the SD card out of your camera, just put it in here, and you can use your iPad or your phone to control the transfer. So that's a great feature.
Yeah, I've seen, I think Vid downloads most of his photographs when we're in the car. Obviously if somebody else is driving, he'll just do that, or even if you're sitting in a cafe or something, he's just offloading photographs from his camera. But the other reason why I really like this, and I think I've shown it on Instagram stories as well, is because when we're in really cold places, in Iceland for instance, my phone was constantly running out of battery, so it's really useful because you can use it to charge your phone as well. So this one has to be in our bag. I mean, even if it's carrying a small camera bag, I just pop it in my bag for convenience.
You don't need to carry your power bank or any other hard drive, because with your SD card and this, you have your days sorted. So I really enjoyed using this, and
I like that.
Yeah, it's
my essential as well. My camera.
Yeah, because her phone is always charged. You can also use it just as a conventional hard disk with the cable.
Yes, of course. So that goes without saying. Right. The next thing that we use is a GoPro. We have a GoPro Hero 4, and we've been using it for a while.
Time to get the new
I think it's time to get the new one. But a lot of people ask us what we use the GoPro for, and it's usually for adventure sport. I mean, GoPro doesn't have the bestest camera, you know, but it's really good when you're moving, when you're on the go. So if you want to attach it to your car or a road trip with this gimbal here, it kind of stabilizes the movement. We just use it on road trips. We just literally just take it out like that and use it. And this one is really good. The gimbal really works on road trips, and it's so much better than those clips that you can clip on to the GoPro as well, because this reduces the movement and the vibration.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the other important thing that must be in your camera bag if you are serious about photography is a tripod, obviously.
I was about to say a photographer that goes everywhere with you, because I swear to God, a lot of people, okay, we're in the middle of Iceland, watching the northern lights in a remote corner. How on earth would we arrange for a photographer there? Of course we are clicking the photos ourselves, people.
Yeah, so a tripod is essential. Now I use a travel tripod. It's much lighter and folds down to fit in my backpack, because otherwise it's very difficult to lug it around on long hikes, and if you're always on the move like we are. I have a Sirui travel tripod. It's really sturdy. It's German, so you can imagine.
I like how you say it's German, so obviously it's good. The last thing is actually our most recent purchase, and that's a drone. We have a Parrot Vpop 2, and we've really been enjoying using it. It's an intermediate drone, so it's really good if you're a starter or if you're just curious about flying drones and stuff.
It's very light and doesn't fold, but it's quite compact, and the video quality is quite good in daylight, but by the evening it can get a little noisy.
I mean, we already knew it wasn't the best drone in the market, but we didn't want the best drone in the market because it's our first drone and we didn't want to crash it and then regret it later.
And it did crash.
It did.
And it survived. So after that,
so dramatic.
Very impressed. The quality is good.
So if you're new to drones, I'd suggest investing in something that costs a little less to begin with, and then see how you get along with it. We've really been enjoying the Parrot Vpop 2. Posted a lot of videos. I'm sure you guys have seen them as well. And I love the fact that you can use the controller, or you can even use your phone to maneuver the drone as well.
Savi is an expert now, so.
I pilot the drone all the time. I really enjoy it. Quickly going through everything that we've talked about: the camera, all the lenses, the hard disk, the SD card, the laptop and the drone. Those are a few of our photography essentials. Actually all of them.
All of them.
Yeah. And we cannot end this video before announcing a little giveaway, because for our next few videos we'll have a giveaway in each one of them. And today, what are we giving away with?
So it's, you know, the SD card that I talked about, the Sandisk high capacity, super fast one. We are giving away a 64 GB version of that. That's enough to take, I think,
lots of photos.
I don't even know the number.
That.
Thousands of photos, even in RAW. So yeah, that's up for grabs.
And it's very, very simple to enter the giveaway. Just look in the description bar below and please enter the giveaway, and we'll announce the winner next week.
Yeah. And to end this video, I'd like to say that I'll include all these details and where you can get it from in an article. So please read it. And also please, if you enjoyed this video and if you'd like us to make more videos like this one, then give us a thumbs up.
Subscribe, share, whatever. Just comment. Just leave us a comment and tell us what else you want us to talk about, because you like chatty videos. So here we are doing them. As chatty as it gets. Bye guys.
Bye. Thank you so much.